So I want homeowners to start asking more questions, become your own detective, learn what the risks are with your house. How was that house built? If the builder is aggravated and doesn't want to answer your questions, he's doing you a favor, run. I have a list of things, of questions I give people, because you want them to almost not like you because you're asking so many questions, because those things matter.
George Siegal is a filmmaker who was already asking the hard questions about how we build in Florida long before Helene and Milton made those questions impossible to ignore.
And if you're buying a house and the builder says this house is built to code, what they're really saying is, I built this house to the minimum standard I could get away with to sell you, so it's now your problem. Built to code is not thinking forward. It's not thinking to the future of what's coming your way.
Do you think documentaries can influence consumer behavior or policy in ways, traditional real estate conversations cannot?
I think if you wake up the people at the bottom, I don't think the legislators are going to look at it and go, oh, we have to change the laws we're passing. I don't think the building commission is going to look at that and go, let's make building codes tougher. But I think if we can wake people up at the bottom, if I know you're building a house that's not that great and I don't buy it and nobody else buys it and you lose your tail on that project, maybe you'll start building better.
Who is accountable when,
nobody at this point.
when we're not building to last?
You have to be your own best advocate. I tell people in our film, you have to look out for yourself because nobody's looking out for you.
What exactly can we do? What's in our power? How can we build better?
Well, the first thing you can do is demand better before you buy something. Don't accept somebody else's garbage that they're passing along to you.
George, what policy change do you think would be best?
I'd like to see houses tagged with a rating like cars are, a 5-star rating, a 4-star rating, a 3-star rating. Brand that house with what's there. What are the features that make that house safe for people to live in happily ever after? We're not telling people, and they're making mistakes. So sometimes you have to help people along. And it's unfortunate for the person who gets tagged with the bad rating, but you got to look forward with this. You can't just say, well, I got to protect people with bad houses and let them pass it on to someone else.
If we look at automobiles, if we didn't tell people they had to have airbags and crash, roll bars and all these different features in a car, seat belts, most people would save money and not have those things. And only because it was ordered by law to raise the game of auto safety, do those things have it. I wish that happened in construction. But there's an entire industry that says, no, let's keep the code as low as possible because houses will be more affordable. And I think an affordable house that gets destroyed is a lot more expensive and damaging than a good house that may be more expensive but survives. What I try to tell people is, if you just make some smarter choices, you can eliminate a lot of those. You can't be 100% safe anywhere. You could be the best driver in the world and a drunk driver barrels through a light and hits and kills you. You can't control everything. But there are a lot of things we can control. And by ignoring those, a lot of people get wiped out every year. And you can lose tens of thousands of dollars by rushing into bad decisions. Inspect everything, demand answers to questions, and if you don't get them, leave, buy something else. So you have to be a detective, you have to ask a lot of questions, because if you don't, no one's just going to hand you the answer.